do you agree? Yeah, do you agree with playing video games? Like, do you like it? Or I don't know, like, do you let your children play?
No, so I don't like video games.
Yeah.
And I don't like my kids play games.
Yeah. So what types of games? So if they want to play, so what types of games they're allowed to play?
Do you know puzzle?
Puzzle, of
It's
course.
played on the computer. It's also played computer or a puzzle on the
Oh, of
computer, and I like
course.
it.
Of course. I think that's really good because especially when it comes to puzzle, I think playing puzzle can be a good way to learn how to solve a problem. So that's really good. I do agree with puzzles and I think it's really good. How about watching games? Like, when you do watch others play video games?
Watching?
Yeah, for example, like, your, I don't know, friend, your son, your sister is playing and you watch when they're playing. So you watch others play video game. Do you watch and you find it interesting?
No, I don't like video games. So I don't uh, fight. I don't find it interesting.
Yeah. And do you think
Yeah,
people,
and
yeah,
I
and
don't watch it. I don't. I am not patient to watch someone played video game.
yeah, of course. And let me ask you, do you think another question that is, do you think people spend too much time playing video games?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
um, uh, Many people around me playing video games, and I think they spend much time
Yeah,
to do so. Yeah.
of course.
And even the audience, not only the teenager, but also the audience uh, played games,
Of
video
course.
games.
Like
Yeah.
video games, yeah.
Mm,
And do
yes,
you
and I
see,
think it's waste time.
of course, it can be kind of, and that it's like, one of, I don't know, maybe the most popular entertainment industry. So like, it's really popular and and money maker, of course. It's really money maker all around the world. And do you see any difference between gaming and, for example, watching TV or reading books? Or you think no,
It's
they all actually a form of entertainment, but no, you think no, they're different.
um you compare between the reading a book or video, what play
Yeah.
in what video game?
Actually, I'm asking about the difference. So, do you see any difference between gaming and, for example, watching TV, or no, you think they're similar? So, people, I don't know, would spend a lot of time being entertained. So, this one or that one, no difference, but no, you think they're totally different.
Mm, Maybe it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the video games attract, and I think video games is exciting, so
Right.
exciting and attract a lot of people, especially the young people.
Yeah, of
And
course.
watch TV. Um, yeah, watching TV, we maybe we learn much about uh, the world, about the news, and they watching TV. Maybe we can learn
Yeah.
from the watching TV.
When, yeah, of
Sometimes
course. Yeah.
the content they transfer to us from the TV, from TV. Yeah. But again, games, I, it's only the entertainment only, I think.
Of course, entertaining. So they're only, yeah, entertainment or entertaining, of course, but you can learn maybe from reading. So I do agree with you. Well, and as you can guess, so maybe we're going to talk about a little bit about video games, but the first word of the session. So firearm. So of course, in some countries, so or maybe it's illegal to possess, to have a firearm, and you can see this one. Yeah, portable gun is called firearm. Yeah, firearm, of course. And let me ask you, so in some, you know that some states, some countries, it's legal, so people can possess and can carry a firearm or, for example, gun, so any different type. So do you find it, I don't know, acceptable, or I don't know, do you find it good? Like, it's okay, let's have firearm, or no? You think it's totally wrong to be allowed to have or to, for example, carry firearm or any types of gun?
Yeah, in Vietnam, it's illegal to possess a firearm. Any gun,
Yeah,
any lighter or firearms
of course.
are not allowed to use in Vietnam.
It's not allowed. And this word is possess. Possess means have, own. So to
Possess,
possess, of course.
possess,
Yeah, of course. Well,
possess.
and this one, so I asked you actually another question that was, so what do you think about having or being allowed? Having gone, carrying gone, or not? So how do you see it? So do you think, it's okay, no matter, or you find it really dangerous? You think, no, it shouldn't be allowed and should be banned?
Using the firearm,
Of course, I'm asking about fire, yeah, firearm, this one. So I ask
yes,
you if you think it's okay to have, so it's okay, why not? People can be allowed to carry and to have, or no, you think no, it should be banned because there is no reason to carry gun or, for example, firearm in the street.
yes. I think it should be banned.
Yeah,
Uh, we if we don't have a firearm, um, we will be safer,
yeah, yeah,
safer. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
safe.
and
Yeah,
during so many years in Vietnam, we we are banned to use a firearm, and it's no matter um, there there's no I mean that it's not necessary to have or to possess a firearm.
yeah,
We
of course.
still live, we still have a good life
Yeah.
without firearms in our house.
Of course. So it's like you, of course, you need to have license for it. So it's like, something that you need to have to possess your gun. But
Yes,
actually, there's some disadvantages. So maybe accidents. So something may happen and we don't know, especially. So yeah, license is good. So you are sure about, for example, something that you are carrying, or you are sure about what you're doing because you are mature enough to, for example, carry and to have something. But actually, it's a bit, I think it's a bit dangerous. So, for example, if you have a handgun in your vehicle, in your car, and I don't know, something happens and then an accident, and you can maybe kill someone easily, you can hurt someone easily. So I think, I don't know, it's a bit scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and contribute to something. So as
Contribute
you can
to
see, to
something.
help or to cause an event or situation. One of the factors that contributes to his weak eyesight is that he spent too much, actually that leads, that causes, that help. So it's too much playing video games. So unfortunately, one of the disadvantages of playing video games. So it's like eyesight problems, weak eyesight, eye problems. So lack of concentration, another problem. Yeah, lack of concentration. But actually, I watched, or maybe I read an article about video games, and I was like, maybe, I'm not sure, I need to search it again. So it was like, video games, of course, limited, can make children smarter. I'm not sure about it, but computer games can actually contribute to, I don't know, maybe intelligence, but I'm not sure about it. Well,
Yeah.
so yeah, this one, contribute, is a verb with actually preposition to and something. Well, and
Let
yeah,
me answer the form.
of course,
Okay,
of
let me
course.
answer that. Yeah, please. Okay.
Okay, so well,
Yeah. Thank
well,
you.
you're welcome. So, Congress, so we know that it's like an elected group of people, especially politicians in the US, who are responsible for making the law. So, you can be elected to the country's Congress. So, for example, she was elected to the country's Congress. And we have, of course, Congresses of Mexico and I don't know, some other countries, maybe different countries, or the US. So a group of politicians. Okay. President Obama once said that Congress should fund research into the effects that violent video games have on young minds. What do you think about this? Violent video games. Do you find them really, maybe we can say, harmful? They can do harm, especially to young minds, so young people, or they can be dangerous because maybe especially teenagers and young people learn a lot and try to imitate, like, what they see. So do you find them dangerous?
Um, learned a lot. Learned
No,
a lot.
video
What?
games. I'm asking about video games. So violent video
Mm-hmm.
games. Do you think they can
Mm-hmm.
affect especially youngsters and teenagers?
Yes, it's one of factors contribute to the violence
Very good.
is
Of course.
played in video game too much.
Of course. Of course. Very good. Well, and terrorize. This is the verb, you know. Of course, we get lots of news about terrorism and terrorist. And terrorize, that is the verb. So as you can see, to make someone feel very frightened by threatening to kill or hurt them. So unfortunately, it happens especially in politics. So you know that it's like, I don't know, some politicians. And my aunt is so worried about my cousin who is now studying in the US, as she heard on the news that many schools have been terrorized recently. So this means, you know, maybe a group of people attack, I don't know, hurt some people or try to maybe make people feel really scared, frightened. I don't know, by doing something. So it's like, okay, threatening to kill or I don't know, to hurt them. Well, do you have some news about terrorism and about people who've been terrorized in your country?
We don't have much information about the terrorism
Yeah,
in Vietnam, but I heard a lot in the US. It's um, my sons and my daughter. Uh, in the first time, in earlier time, they don't want to study in the US because they said that the school have been terrorized. Yeah. But finally, they choose to study in the US.
yeah, of course.
And yeah, luckily that in their school, it's safe. It's
Yeah,
a safe. Yeah.
yeah, of course. And you know that what we see in TV, or for example, I don't know, what we hear is like the exaggerated version of something. It's like, you know, we think that, yo, every very certain. No, it's like, you know, maybe it happens, of course, we know, but you know, it's not that, okay, you are walking in the street and suddenly someone attacks you. No, it's not. We know that it's something totally different, but of course, it's really scary. So any action that make people feel uncomfortable, frightened, so it's not
Very.
acceptable. Yeah, you know, but
Mm,
unfortunately, politics is really, I don't know, like dirty. Well, and correlation. So a
correlation.
connection or relationship between two or more facts or number. So a lot of parents believe that there is a connection, correlation between video games and violent behavior in children. Do you agree with this?
The connection and relationship between tools or more facts number.
We can say
A
connection.
lot of
Yeah.
parents believe. A lot of parents believe that there is a correlation between video games and violent behaviors in their children or connection. Mm, yes, yes.
Yeah. So,
Uh, I agree with you that there is a correlation between video games and violent behaviors in children.
of course, it's like really, but I don't know, because we see some maybe some intense, severe reactions, like, you know, they have, and unfortunately they become really angry really quickly. So they react too much. So I think this is because of, unfortunately, video games, But in the past, so you know that children used to play some natural games, so outside, spending time with actual friends, but now, unfortunately, they're more isolated, staying at home, just playing video games, or I don't know, watching something, surfing like this, so that can be really harmful. Red herring. So sometimes you know that, for example, there is a big problem in society, in family. So any, actually we can say group or, but we can get some news, like, I don't know. And actually they want to like they want to take our attention away from the main problem. So for example, I don't know, uh, your son broke something at home and he knows that you will get really angry if you know. And now when you understand, when you realize what happened, he tries to take your attention away. Like, okay, mom, I could get a really good score at, so actually you don't think about that bad part. So, really, you could get a high score, for example, on your test. So this is red herring. Maybe a fact, an idea, or something that takes people attention away from the central point being considered. And normally the central point is important and it's sad, it's negative. For example, the whole meeting is a red herring. It actually has nothing to do with the financial problems our company is encountering. Like, you know, the problem is financial actually issues. We should discuss it, but now we talk about, for example, I did the progress in that section. This, oh, they are not, they're extra. So this is red herring. Get it? Okay,
Yes.
well, now let's keep going. Wait, okay, this part. So let's make a few sentences with the word or phrase that you haven't used. So
Red
let's see.
herring. Mm. Yeah, sometimes my my daughter is a red herring.
Is red,
She
yeah, no, your daughter can't. Because let me say, something can be red herring.
can.
For example, the argument is red herring. The story is, you know, full of red herrings. So it's, but your daughter is not.
My dog. Mm, mm, my daughter study. My daughter is study in red herring.
Is red
Is
herring.
that okay?
Why?
Yeah. Uh, because uh, um she is she doesn't concentrate on her study. Um, she care much about her friends. Um, care much about her experience, appearance, for example. Yeah,
Yeah, appearance.
yeah. It takes time.
Yes.
She takes a lot of time um, to make up or to
Oh,
yeah
I really
yeah
want to see her. Cute. It's so good.
uh, uh, yeah
Yeah.
uh,
Actually,
yeah
let me see something. Maybe there's some distractors. Because
distract
actually, yeah, distractors, of course, makeup can be distractor, like, you know, she can't focus on her studies. So, like, you know, she tends to wear makeup. So that's it's normal. But red herring, for example, if I want to give you a good example. So, for example, a wife and husband, I don't know,
mm,
started arguing in front of some guests. What is the reason? Because they are not happy with that guest and they leave. So it's like a red herring. It's not something real. So for example, it has nothing to do with the issue. So just red herring, something like, just it distracts you, takes your attention from the most important. For example, when someone, your daughter, your son, does something wrong and and they know that you will be angry. What they do, they start bringing some other topics. Like, Mom, I did something well today. Mom, for example, they try to make you happy. This is red herring. Like, they want to distract you. They want to take your attention from that actually wrong thing. So this is red herring. But, wearing makeup is not red herring because it's something personal. Like, she likes. So, yeah. So this way you can use it. Yeah. Well, do you want to make another example?
Yes. When I talk to when I talk to my husband about my daughter's study,
Yeah.
he um, always tell me about his childhood or teenager times.
Teenage.
Um,
Yeah.
teenage, teenage, his teenage as red hearing, as a red hearing
Of
to
course, this
distract
one.
me,
Yeah, of course.
to
This
distract
one is
me
real.
to the yeah.
Yeah, of course. Very good.
I mean that he always tell me about his age, his teenage, to distract me
Teenagehood.
about, to distract me to the complaint. Uh,
Yes.
I am complained about something. I am
I
complaining. I
know.
want to complain about my son and my daughters.
I
Uh,
know.
and my husband's always
Yeah,
tell me another story
of
about him
course.
when he was their age and as a red herring to distract me to the argument.
Yeah, of course, to distract from. So from something.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. So that is a good example. So that is red herring. And teenagehood, adulthood, childhood. So you can use hood,
yeah.
of course, for teenage, for adult, for a child. Well, and next word, correlation. You want to use it?
Teenagehood correlation.
Yeah.
There is a correlation between the video games and isolation
Very good.
in the
Teenage,
teenagers.
of course, or among teenagers. Yeah, in teenagers. Yeah, of course, very good. Yeah, isolation, and yeah, that is really good. Yeah. And terrorize.
Mm, mm, yeah. Um, I heard that in the some churches in the U.S. Um, there someone um, um, come to the church, terrorize the the priests and people in the church
Yeah.
during the church.
Yeah, in the church. Yeah, very good. Just, here, because we don't know who did, actually the subject is not clear. We have no idea. So we can use passive. So Prince and all the people in the church, okay, were terrorized by some people. So we know what just were terrorized. So this one is better. Passive is better structure here. Yeah, very good. And do you have Congress in your country?
Yes, we have a Congress. Uh, it make the law,
Yeah, of course.
make laws in Vietnam, and it's very it created laws and it represents the voice of the people in
Very
Vietnam.
good. Of course. That was good. Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Well, and the other words we talked about, so let's keep going. Okay, we have a
Yeah.
video, I think. So let's see. I hope, of course, we do again because you know that normally we don't. Just we have a
Do you
type.
like video games? Have you ever
No,
played video games? Oh,
no.
okay.
I think, I don't know. I'm too old to play video game. I don't like at all. And I don't know, it's like maybe we don't have time because if I have time and because I know that they're really captivating. So it's really difficult to stop playing if you start. So I don't try. No.
Yeah.
Uh, Okay.
Do you think that video game nowadays are getting more and more violent? What do you think about the video? Do you agree with what it said? And do you think the video can influence the player to be
So
violent in the real life?
let's
If yes,
watch
what
and
okay.
then talk about the question. So let me see, what is that? If I, okay, this one.
Video games with a goal to kill, often with a firearm, like Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, and Battlefield, are among America's most popular entertainment. And politicians have been quick to say that the violence on screen contributes to violence in real life, such as mass school shootings.
Congress should fund research into the effects that violent video games have on young minds.
Violent video games have encouraged the killing of innocent people for sport.
I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence on video games is really shaping young people's thoughts.
There's just one problem with that. The research doesn't back it up. Back in the 1990s, people were worried about games like Duke Nukem, Mortal Kombat, and Resident Evil. Over the years, these games have become more lifelike, with better graphics, more detail, and more violence. And some of the gunmen who have terrorized schools have been known to play these kind of games. The Columbine shooters played the then controversial game Doom, even building their own customized levels. The Virginia Tech gunman played similar video games. And the neighbor of Nicholas Cruz, the accused Parkland shooting suspect, told the Miami Herald that Cruz may have played violent video games for up to 15 hours a day. While some studies may have found correlations between playing violent video games and violent behavior, they have not been proven to cause actual crime. Some studies even suggest the opposite. We find no evidence of an increase in crime associated with video games and perhaps a decrease. Unexpectedly, many of the results were suggested of a decrease in violent crime in response to violent video games. Some psychiatrists warn of the dangers of focusing solely on video games.
To look at violent video games, in my opinion, is a red herring. It's not going to lead to anything helpful in regards to gun violence.
The argument has even been rejected by the Supreme Court. In 2011, it ruled that California could not ban the sale of violent video games to children on the grounds that they cause real-world violence. But the narrative has an appeal. It's a simple explanation in a debate that has become increasingly caustic.
Wow. So, of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I agree with the video that the the correlations between the video games and violent behavior in
Yeah.
the in the young people.
Yeah, of course. And what can we do? So of course, so what can we do about it? So because you know that, so that is really, really popular in just like, in the world, and we can say that money maker industry. So we can't stop this industry. We can't. So no way. So every day we will have new versions, updated versions, I don't know, and people want more and more violence. So what do you think? What can we do about it?
We should raise awareness the harmful the problems of the video games. It wastes time and there's no benefit if you watch or play too much video games.
Of course.
We should teach our children in our family.
Yeah.
The second, we should say we should spend more time for our children, play with them, and take care and play and spend time for reading or playing go play outdoor, have some outdoor activities.
Of course. Very good.
And then
Maybe planning more outdoor. So I do agree with you. Spending time.
Also, and the third, we don't provide some method, some devices for them to play.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
Or control the time they can do. They can play. Yeah, we can. They can play, but we should control. Have a time limit to play the game.
Of course. So it's like, but a bit difficult. So when it comes to controlling something, it's a bit difficult. So the beginning is okay, but especially when it comes to teenagers, because you know that they don't accept easily. Like, so I think maybe they refuse. So I think it's a bit difficult. Well, and let's keep going. Well, so let's discuss these questions. So what makes video games so addictive to young people? I have a really good video about it, but I don't know if you want to watch it or not. That's really interesting, I think, if I can find it. So what do you think? What makes video game so addictive?
To make the video games so addictive to the young people. It has many levels, and the players want to achieve to get achievement. They level up, and they feel they the winner. They have they feel they feel they strong, or they feel they are smart, to get the level, to get the higher level. Dopamine.
Yeah, of course.
Happy, like the happy.
Of course, the process of playing and winning. You play, you win. And dopamine, of course, it's in your brain. So it makes you
And there are very interesting reward at the end. When at the end of the game, they will have a rewards, so they want to get that rewards. And I heard that my son said that we can buy or we can sell to get the money from collecting a lot of rewards from the game.
yeah.
We can make money.
Of course.
So,
So what's more excitement, pleasure? So I do at the end, it makes you be addicted to something. So unfortunately, and we can say, unfortunately, nowadays we have increasing actually number of people who are addicted to not only teenagers, yes, that's among adult. So in my country, every
yes.
yeah. And I remember that I used to have students. She was 30, I remember, and she was like, teacher, I can't wake up early. And I was, so why? So what's the problem? So you need to go to work. Yeah, I go to work, but I actually stay up late to play video games because I need to complete the level. So I was like, really? You wake up or you stay up late to play video games? And she couldn't wake up early morning to go to work, and it affected their personal life, but she continued. She was like, okay, I like playing video games. So it's really dangerous, I think. Well, and so there are different answers, suggested answer. There is no ending. There is,
No
yeah, of course,
ending.
maybe. Yeah, it's like, for example, this game done, another game starts. So it's like, there is no ending. We have, yeah, of course, it's like, we have a world of games. So it's like you can try, you can experience, you can play different. So no ending. And there are always missions to complete. So of course, this level is done, another level is stopped. Again, again, again. So it's like start. So, and something new to discover. Yeah, especially rewards, as you said. The higher level you get. Yeah, of course. And in-game community, get connected with people. So of course, you know that they can easily communicate with each other all around the world easily. And
Yeah.
so this is another reason. Well, and why do most parents think that video games are bad? So you can use the suggested answers or add yours.
Why do most parents think the video game are not? Because I think the video games are not good for my son. Yeah, I agree with the suggestion answer that it's better for my eyesight, for my son's eyesight, and it's really distracted my son from studying. And they and also they don't want to
Yeah,
communicate with others.
of course.
He likes to stay there in the room and play with his friend, and we don't know uh, who is his friend.
Of
He
course.
doesn't go out to play with his friend, but he have a connection, the friends connection, there in the games.
Yeah,
Yeah, and um, sometimes I heard that they shout and they
of course.
talked aloud and they shouted in the room. I don't know what happened.
They're really excited. They're
Yeah,
really excited.
excited.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Well,
and when I ask him something, he he
actually, he's not
doesn't
listening to
concentrate.
you.
He didn't, yeah,
Of
listen, don't
course, he's not
listening.
listening to you. Yeah, you think that he's listening to you, but actually he is another word. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
sometimes says, yes, mom. Yeah, okay. But
yeah.
if, yeah, still not listening to you, like just yes. And then after playing, if you ask him, no answer. He doesn't remember what you said because, of course, yeah, he was not concentrated. Well, and what can children learn from playing video games? So what do you think?
Mm, in the playing game, yeah, I think he learned vocabulary, English vocabulary, and his communicator in English very well.
Of course.
Quick reaction, I don't know, but yeah, maybe.
Of course.
He but he have a strange queer behavior. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But about problem solving, maybe problem solving skills, but multitasking ability. So I'm not sure about that. Or
No,
teamwork.
I
Yeah.
don't know. But teamwork, no. I don't I don't think my son have uh problem solving skill because he always asks me what happened with him. He always asks me, wow, mom, what should I do? And in the teamwork, he stayed and keep silent and look people playing,
Yeah.
people talking, and he don't like to talk to anyone in the group.
Uh,
So I don't think he
yeah.
have a good skill, good
Yeah.
have a good skill in teamwork. But my daughter, she doesn't play any games, video games. She hates the video games. And
Yeah.
she she have a good skill in problem solving.
Ah.
She have a having skill in solving problems, multitasking skill, and she is significant when she worked with her team.
Ah, so she's really good at teamwork. So, and she has problem solving. That's really good. Actually, I think it's something really, especially multitasking ability. Maybe this one is something specifically for women, I think. Because, about men, I can say it's difficult to them, to do different things at the same time, but we can. Or we can
Yeah,
easily. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, of course, we can talk, we can cook, we can clean at the same time. And we do them in the
Oh,
best
yeah,
way. So this is something
yeah,
related to, actually, I think,
yeah, yeah.
gender.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and what
Negative.
are the negative effects of playing video games? So,
There are many negative effects.
yeah, health problems. Yeah, unfortunately. And
Yeah,
you know that,
it
for
next
example,
to it causes poor performance at school, and it make the children isolated from the outside world. Yeah, it causes a health problem.
yeah, of course. They don't eat or they eat too much. So it's like, both of them.
Oh
Sometimes they
yeah,
don't eat,
yeah,
sometimes they eat too much. So
yeah.
actually,
My son don't like to eat.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Uh, he do his homework. He does his homework quickly and eat quickly and do his task quickly to save
To
the time
go
to play.
to play, of course. Of course, I know because yeah, unfortunately, so it's something that is really common among all teenagers, children. So it's like maybe they think they have no other choice because of the form of life. You know, so we live in a way that is really different from what we did in the past. So maybe because of this, the kids, but there are a lot of negative maybe effect, but at the same time, there's some good positive effect. Well, so do you think the benefits of playing video games outweigh its drawbacks? So more benefits than drawbacks, you think? No.
Absolutely no. Can
Okay.
have a long-term negative and later people committed crime, improve skill and have development children abilities. No serious effect if played in
In
moderation.
moderation, normal form, in moderation. So yeah. So if we do it moderately, maybe no effect. So I do agree. So no serious effect if played in moderation. So I do agree with this one.
You will if you don't play it, you won't addict, won't be addict. But
You won't be addicted.
whenever you play it, any games,
Yeah.
you will be addicted.
Because they are addictive.
Addicted.
They are addictive. So you're gonna be addicted.
Addicted. Yeah.
So you're gonna be addicted. Yeah, maybe, of course. So if you play, you will be. If you don't play, you won't be. So
don't try to do. So
yeah,
don't try to
of course.
play.
Yeah, of course.
Because you
So you
will
need to quit
be
your job
addicted.
and play play video game. So let's not to try it. Okay,
Yes.
well, so we discussed this topic in detail. So we have two advanced questions and I want you to think about them at home. Just do you think that we should ban violent video games, especially those including killing and sexual content? So think about it. These days, some people make a living from playing video games. Do you think that professional gaming should be seen or considered as a career? Why or why not? So these two questions can be the question that you can think at home, and then we'll talk about them. Or you can write your answer, so it's your choice. Which one you prefer?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, and have a great day. And of course, great
Yeah,
week.
thank you.
So this weekend, have a great weekend. So,
Weekend. My mom and my parents, and my brother,
yeah,
are here.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
good.
I spend my weekend with them.
Yeah, that's really good. But I have actually a question. So sorry about just, just because I think you are not in mood. Maybe I'm not right. I don't know why. I feel like that you are not in mood and you're thinking about something. No, or I'm right or right. Like you are not as happy as always. I don't know why I'm thinking this way, but yes,
I am very happy.
of
You
course.
think I am very happy?
You are energetic. So you are energetic and you feel like that you have, as I told you before, you have a beautiful smile. And this today, actually, I got the feeling that you are thinking about something thinking about something. Maybe I'm not right.
You don't know?
It's okay.
I
So
will
everything
think
is
about it.
okay. So everything is okay and happy to hear that. Just I want
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
sure that everything is okay. And so enjoy your weekend with your family. Great
Yes.
weekend.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
and you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.